Alright, hello, welcome to your final video. For your try to final review, we are looking at numbers 52, 53, 54, 55, and 56. I'm excited, hopefully you are too. We are going to find the value of our variables. If our answer is not an integer, leave it in simplest radical form. So we want square roots in our answers. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is figure out, is it a 45, 45, 90 or a 30, 60, 90? This one just so happens to be a 45, 45, 90. Oh, let's not use the highlighter. Let's use an actual pen. So remember, for your 45, 45, 90, your two sides are congruent. Your legs of your triangle. Let's call this one A. This one is also A. And the third one, your hypotenuse, is A times the square root of 2. Now, I am going to draw this picture on every slide. So you should have it drawn on your note card. Actually, it's on the note card we gave you. And then I'm going to label my sides. This one is A, and 5 is A root 2. Now I want to look at what has some numbers next to it. So right now I have A root 2 equals 5. And we need to figure out what A is by itself. So I need to move that root 2 to the other side. In order to do that, I'm going to divide both sides by root 2. When I do that, I get A equals 5 divided by the square root of 2. Now that's a problem because we can't have a square root on the bottom. So in order to move it to the top, let's use a different color. We're going to multiply both the top and the bottom by the square root of 2. On top, we have 5 times the square root of 2. On the bottom, root 2 times root 2 gives me root 4. Now I can simplify this a little bit further. I have 5 square root of 2, and the square root of 4 is also 2. Now at this point, I would divide 5 by 2 if I could. If it goes into evenly, if 5 was 6, then I would call it 3 root 2. But it doesn't, so this is going to be our answer. Again, A equals 5 root 2. We know X equals A, so X is going to equal 5 root 2 divided by 2. 53. It says find the value of the variables. If your answer is not an integer, leave it in the simplest radical form. Yeah, that's going to be the instructions for all of these, so I'm not going to read that again. But I'm going to draw you a 30, 60, 90 triangle because that's what I have in this case. Again, you have your 30-degree angle down here across from your short side, 60. Your short side is going to be A. Your hypotenuse is 2A. And then your long side is A root 3. Again, I'm going to draw or label my sides. So Y is going to be A. This guy is my long side, so it's going to be A times the square root of 3. And then this one is 2A. Right now, I notice I have 2A equals 16 root 3. To get rid of my 2, I have to divide both sides by 2. Now when I do that, I'm just dividing those numbers out front. So I really have A equals 8 root 3. Now we're going to plug that in everywhere. For this one, I know A equals A root 3. So I actually know Y equals A, which equals 8 root 3. That is going to be my first answer. We're going to leave it just like that. For my second one, X, I know X equals A times the square root of 3. And A is 8 root 3. So I really have 8 root 3 times the square root of 3. Now when I do that, we keep our 8 up front. Underneath my square root, I have 3 times 3, which is 9. Then the square root of 9 is 3, so I really have 8 times 3. And that gives me 24. And again, that is going to be my X value. Ooh, I don't know why I wrote 25. Sorry, I said the right number and wrote the wrong thing. It is going to be 24. Alright, my next one says find the value of your variables. If your answer is not an integer, leave it in simplest radical form. Remember when I said I wasn't going to read that on every slide? I probably will by accident. Again, I'm going to draw my 30, 60, 90 triangle because that's what I have. My short side is A, my hypotenuse is 2A, and my long side is A root 3. In this one, they give us our A value. Isn't that just the nicest? Because then we can just plug it in everywhere else. Again, X is going to equal A root 3. And Y is going to equal 2A. So notice I have right here A equals 11. I know X equals A root 3. So it equals 11 root 3. I know Y is going to equal 2A. So it equals 2 times 11, which is 22. So I know 22 equals Y. I know 11 root 3 equals X. And those are my final answers. These ones are so nice. They're easy. Well, hopefully they're easy as long as you have your picture. You should be good to go. All right, 55, we have a 45, 45, 90. Again, I'm going to draw my picture. We have 45, 45, that's our right angle. Both of my sides, my legs are A. My hypotenuse is A root 2. For this one, they give us one of our legs, so that's nice because we know our A value, and we need to just find X and Y. Again, I know A equals 8 because we have it right here. Y equals A, which is also going to be 8. And then my last one, we know X equals A times the square root of 2. Again, A is 8, so we have 8 root 2, and that's going to be our value for X. Again, this is another one where you just had to plug in your answers, and you're good to go. Leave your square root, don't multiply. She's beautiful just the way she is. All right, we have made it to the final part of the regular geometry review. It says find the length of hypotenuse. Again, we have a 45, 45, 90. So again, I know my two legs are going to be A. My hypotenuse is going to be A root 2. So this side is A, this side is A, hypotenuse is A root 2. They want us to find the length of the hypotenuse, so we're looking for this one. So we're doing A root 2, which is the same as our A value, 3 root 2. And we're going to multiply that by the square root of 2. Again, this whole part, that's just A. We just plugged this in here. That's a horrible arrow, but I don't care at this point. Again, we're going to multiply underneath our square root. So we have 3 times the square root of 2 times 2, which is 4. If I take the square root of 4, I get 2, so I have 3 times 2, which equals 6. And that is going to be the length of your hypotenuse. All right, thank you for watching these videos. I really do wish you luck on your final, and I hope that you do great on it.